Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, A.M.C. Robotics Corporation just filed a current report on Form 8K about a warrant inducement transaction, and I am seeing a couple of things that could really impact shareholders. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is essentially giving existing warrant holders a reason to exercise their options now, but it comes with a trade-off. Alright, so what is going on here? A.M.C. Robotics Corporation, or A.M.C. as it is traded on the NASDAQ, has entered into what they're calling warrant inducement agreements. Think of it like this. The company has some older warrants out there which are basically options to buy the company's stock at a certain price. Some of these warrant holders might be hesitant to use them. Perhaps because the current stock price isn't high enough compared to the exercise price, or they're waiting for a better opportunity. The company wants to get those warrants exercised now to bring in some cash. So they've made a deal, they're offering to let these holders cash exercise their existing warrants at a lower price. Specifically, they can buy shares for $1.65 each, and this deal was made on the 17th of August 2026. Now here is the interesting part. For the holders to agree to exercise their warrants early and at this reduced price, A.M.C. Robotics is giving them something in return. They're issuing brand new warrants to these same holders. For every share of common stock that the holders exercise using the old warrants, the company is giving them a new warrant. This is called an inducement warrant. These new warrants have an exercise price of $5.7756. What is notable here is that this price is 25% higher than the stock's closing price on the day before the deal was announced. So the company is essentially paying a premium to get immediate cash. These new warrants are exercisable right away and will expire about 4.5 years from when they are issued. The company has also committed to filing paperwork called a registration statement to allow these new warrant shares to be resolved in the public market within a specific time frame. Let's talk numbers. From the initial exercise of the existing warrants, the company expects to get about $1 million in cash. If all the remaining warrants are exercised under this new agreement, they could bring in an additional $1.1 million. So the total potential cash infusion from this transaction is around $2.1 million. This is a pretty significant amount for a company with a market cap around $147 million. The existing warrants that are being exercised were originally issued back in December 2025. The shares that will be issued from these warrants and the shares that will be issued from the new inducement warrants are all for the company's common stock. Remember, A.M.C. Robotics Corporation is a technology company focused on computer hardware, and their stock trades under the ticker A.M.C. It is also worth noting that A.M.C. Robotics is classifying itself as an emerging growth company. This means they can take advantage of certain relaxed reporting requirements for a period of time. They have also elected not to use the extended transition period for new or revised financial accounting standards, which suggests they plan to adopt these standards sooner rather than later. Now, this next part is about how these new warrants are being issued. The company is saying that the issuance of these inducement warrants and the underlying shares is exempt from the usual registration requirements under the Securities Act. This is often done under a section of the law that allows for private placements of securities, meaning they are not being offered to the general public in a registered offering. This is important because it means these securities might have resale restrictions, and the company has to follow specific rules. The company also put out a press release on the 21st of August 2026 to announce the closing of these warrant transactions. This is common practice to ensure all investors have access to the same information at the same time, which is part of what Regulation FD or fair disclosure is all about. The press release is attached as an exhibit to this filing. So, what is the big picture here? A.M.C. Robotics is actively managing its balance sheet and looking for ways to raise capital by inducing warrant holders to exercise their options. Now, they are securing cash that can be used for operations, development, or other strategic initiatives. The fact that they are issuing new warrants as an incentive shows they are willing to dilute existing shareholders slightly to achieve this immediate funding goal. Looking at the context, A.M.C. Robotics has seen some volatility. Their stock price has ranged from $2.5 to $42 in the past year, and the current price is around $6.5. This warrant deal, aiming to raise up to $2.1 million, is a way to strengthen their financial position. It is a move that many companies, especially those in growth phases or needing to fund ongoing projects, will make. The signature on this report is by Minma, who is the VP of Finance. This confirms the company is officially acknowledging these transactions. This move to induce warrant exercises is a common financial maneuver. It's essentially a way to get cash into the company's coffers now, rather than waiting for market conditions to potentially improve for warrant holders. The trade-off is the potential for future dilution with the issuance of new warrants, and the premium exercise price for those new warrants suggests the company believes in its future stock performance to justify that higher strike price. The risk here is always whether the cash raised will be put to good use to drive growth and a higher stock price, or if it simply delays a tougher financial reckoning. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.